Alright, good morning everyone. Fast Track Mason here with the Fast Track Storm Center. Hope you guys are off to a great start this morning. Welcome to the Fast Track Morning Weather. It is Thursday already, so we're halfway through the work week, okay? We have a lot to talk about here on the show, okay? Grab my stylus here so I can control the radar better. So, while I'm getting my tablet going, actually, there we go. There we go. So you can see here in Fast Track Doppler radar, first of all, we are clear across the area for this morning. Sorry about my hair, by the way. I just woke up like a few minutes ago, so, yeah. But, yeah, we're clear across the areas. We look here at Fast Track HD Doppler radar. But we do have something that has been issued by the National Weather Service in Wilmington. As well as for Indiana counties. So, Winter Storm Watch, basically, that is what's new. Also, cold weather advisory has been issued for Randolph, Henry, Delaware, and Madison counties. That is actually from 1 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday tomorrow for wind chills below zero. And then, like I said, Winter Storm Watch for the day on Saturday. Basically for our entire viewing area, really. Except Randolph County. Randolph County is not in the Winter Storm Watch. But the rest of the viewing area is, okay? So that would include Fayette, Union, Wayne, as well as our Ohio counties, even our Ohio River counties. Alright? That goes from Saturday morning to late Sunday night. Alright? And that's because the entire Miami Valley could see between 4 to 8 inches during that time frame, okay? So that's why there's a watch, okay? So I expect that it will be upgraded, perhaps to a winter storm warning at some point. And then possibly Randolph County possibly getting a winter weather advisory if the system continues to trend more north, okay? But yeah, that is new. Let me get the watch off of here. I apologize for the barking, by the way. That's my dog. Come on. We look here, though, at current temperatures this morning. We are in the 20s across the area. You can see 28 down in Wilmington, 28 in Butler County, 27 in Miamisburg, 25 in Vandalia, 27 in Southern Clark County, 21 in Darke County, 23 up in Auglaize County. And I'll tell you what, it is brutally cold out there this morning because we have the winds blowing. If I pop those up on here. There you go, right here. Those winds are howling this morning. I was just outside taking my dogs out just a little while ago before I came up here to get ready for the show. And I'll tell you what, them winds are howling out there. You can see we have wind gusts of 35 down in Clinton County, 20 down in Butler County, 26 in Miamisburg, 25 in Vandalia, 26 over in Southern Clark County, 30 miles per hour in Darke County, and then 28 as you get up towards Auglaize and Mercer County, perhaps a little bit more higher in some other spots, okay? But when you factor in the winds with the current air temperatures, that's how you're going to get the wind chills, and we'll actually take a look at those. So these are current wind chills across the area. So keep in mind, this is what it feels like across the area, okay? So I showed you current temperatures across the area. Those are the air ones. Those are the air temperatures. So how cold it actually is. This is what it feels like right now because we're factoring the winds, okay? You see wind chill of 21 in Butler County, 17 in Clinton County, 14 in Miamisburg, 12 in Vandalia, 14 over in Clark County, 7 and a little bit more colder as you get up across the far northern Miami Valley, 7 in Darke County, 8 in Auglaize County again. Look at that. A huge difference as you get up north. And the temperatures are going to continue to climb throughout the day, okay? Because we're expected to reach a high of 28, alright? Let me see here. Go ahead and take that away. There we go. So we look here at today and tonight's forecast. So you can see today, partly cloudy this morning and then becoming cloudy during the day. Temperatures near 28. So that's our target high today. As we look here at tonight, however, they'll get cold, alright? Cloudy skies late, then becoming partly cloudy after midnight. Temperatures near 9. Near 9, alright? Your fast track 7-day forecast looks like this. So like I said, mostly cloudy throughout the day today. We'll be hitting a high of 28. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 14, low 9. So it's going to be cold as you walk out the door tomorrow morning. I know it will be for me because I have to get up early for work tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday. I forgot to put this in there when I was doing the forecast because I was in a bit of a pinch because I was running late on doing it. But Saturday and Sunday are both our fast track weather alert days, okay? So Saturday, light snow in the afternoon with a high of 9 and a low of 1. So it's going to be brutally cold that day. Sunday, snow, period. I'm thinking Sunday. Now, this is not what I'm anticipating, really. But I'm thinking Sunday is the day that really is when the storm could hit us, okay? Now, that could change. That could change to being Saturday. Maybe we can start to get the system a little bit early on Saturday, and it'll just continue right into Sunday. Or it could stay to our south, okay? Or if that area of low pressure that's associated with the system, because we do have that in place, we do have an area of low pressure associated with the system that is developing to our south and west, okay? If that pulls even more north, then we could get the ice potential of this system, okay? Now, I'm not writing anything in stone. I'm just saying those are the possibilities right now that are out on the table. One being that the system could stay to our south and we won't get nothing, so it means the National Weather Service would cancel that winter storm watch, or that area of low pressure can move north into the Miami Valley and we'll get the snow, the accumulating snow, that is anticipated, and we could get perhaps that 4 to 8 inches that the National Weather Service is anticipating with that winter storm watch, or if that area of low pressure tracks even more north, so we're talking it going up into Michigan, that far north. If it goes that north, we could get the ice part. We could get the icing part of the storm, so that means we could get an ice storm out of this thing, okay? So those are the 3 things that are laid on the table right now. So Saturday and Sunday are fast track weather alert days. Monday, and it always happens. Storm comes through, it clears out, and then it gets beautiful after it does come through. You see, partly cloudy on Monday with a high 7 and low 4. Going to be brutally cold that day still with temperatures in the single digits. Above 0 though. Tuesday though, you're going to want to dress warm. You're going to want to dress warm that day. You see, partly cloudy that day, so beautiful skies, but high of 19, a low of -1. So 1 degree below 0. And then Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a high of 10 and a low of 4. Alright? So, there is one other thing I wanted to show. If we go back to fast track Doppler radar. There we go. And I wanted to show you guys this, okay? this is right here. So what this is that it is snow accumulations, and the interval on this is 72 hours from now, okay? So this is in the future, okay? So this is kind of like futurecast snowfall. This is kind of like the futurecast snowfall that I have, but it's not futurecast. But this is in the 72-hour interval, okay? So it's kind of a model that we have, okay? And here the Fast Track Storm Center with the system. But you can see here how it's anticipating where some of the heavier bands will possibly set up at, okay? So I'm going to go over here to my computer, and I'm going to take a couple of queries because it's kind of hard to do it for my tablet, okay? So if I take a couple of queries, you can see down here across our Ohio River counties between around 8 inches possible. We go from Fayette over to Union, Preble, Montgomery, Greene, anywhere between 6 and 7 inches across parts of Wayne, Darke, Miami, Clark counties, between 5 to 6 inches, Champaign, Logan, Shelby, Auglaize, and Mercer counties. Look at that. I know it's kind of hard to see because I have them stacked on top of each other. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, okay? There we go. That should help a lot more better. That should look a lot more better, okay? So what I have here are amounts that the radar is already suggesting that we could see out of the system, okay? So you see here, it looks like it's wanting to pinpoint that the Ohio River counties, so again, that would be Butler, Warren, and Clinton, all right? Those are Ohio River counties. Could see around 8 inches of this from this system, okay? As we stretch from Fayette, Union, over towards Preble, Montgomery, and Greene counties, could see anywhere between 6 to 7 inches out of this, okay? From Wayne over to Darke, Miami, and over towards Clark County, between 5 to 7 inches, all right? So you notice as we go further north through the Miami Valley, that's when the snow accumulation, that's when the numbers start to go down. Now keep in mind, this could change. So these are not written in stone. This is just what Fast Track Doppler Radar, Fast Track HD Doppler Radar is already suggesting, all right? All right, so as we go further north, between 5 to 6 inches possible, the word is possible, across parts of Wayne, Darke, Miami, and Clark counties. And as we go further north, Champaign, Logan, Shelby, Auglaize, and Mercer counties, between 4 to 6 inches, okay? So a little bit less across the far northern Miami Valley, okay? But still, everyone's going to have the potential for snow, all right? We're all going to have the potential for snow. As far as Randolph County, I forgot about you guys. Randolph, Delaware, Henry, and Madison, between, looks like, anywhere between 4 to 5 inches across our other Indiana counties. So from Madison through Delaware, Henry, and Randolph counties, between 4 to 5 inches. So practically the same, almost the exact same as what we're seeing here in our neck of the woods, from Mercer all the way over to Champaign County. Around that, really. But between 4 to 5 inches across Madison, Delaware, Henry, and Randolph counties. And then, like I said, what we have already laid out on the table here, okay? So that is what that's not what we're anticipating, but that's what could happen, okay? Now I'm going to go over to ice accumulations because there's also potential for that, okay? You can see here that the ice accumulations are actually staying to our south, because that looks to be what the setup is going to be for this system, okay? So it looks like the ice accumulation is going to stay to our south. That would be the ice potential of the storm, the ice part of the storm. Up here, not a question that we could see a little bit of some freezing rain, maybe some sleet come in. Now, it wouldn't surprise me because we've seen that happen before with winter storms where we get mainly snow and we'll start to see a little bit of some sleet, and maybe some freezing rain. And at some points, some freezing rain try to sneak in a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of some icing going on. But I don't anticipate as much as what they're expecting down here. If you look here at the scale right here, as you get into the lighter blues, from the Carolinas all the way back into Texas, that blue that you see right there, that is where the most intense icing is supposed to happen. Okay. So right here, most intense icing. Up here, snow. All right, and then down to the south, further down to the south, rain only. All right. So there's 3 layers in the system: rain, ice, and snow. All right. Now I'll take a couple queries of that as well. Okay. Now, I understand that it's measuring in millimeters, really. I don't know why it does that, so don't hold me to that. But, yeah, you can see where the heaviest ice accumulation is supposed to be across these states. So I wouldn't be surprised if these states actually go under an ice storm warning. They're already under a winter storm watch, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them go under an ice storm warning, okay? Considering how much this is suggesting. Now, like I said, things could change. Things could change between now and then. Meaning this part of the system could sneak up our way a little bit and give us a little bit of some ice, a little bit of some glazing. Or it could just stay to ourselves and we could just have a dividing line. Meaning we get the snow, they all get the ice. Alright? And then the further south you go, you run into rain only. Alright? So that is Fast Track morning weather, alright, for Thursday, January 22nd, alright? I'll go ahead and zoom us back in. But for right now, to show you that right now, there is nothing showing up on Fast Track HD Doppler radar and will stay that way throughout the day today. Of course, keep it here to the Fast Track Storm Center for any new updates that I may have for you. Remember, Winter Storm Watch for the entire Miami Valley. I'll pop that up here again, just to show you as we are ending the show. Winter Storm Watch, like I said, for the entire Miami Valley, including Fayette, Union, and Wayne counties. That's from Saturday morning through late Sunday night. Cold weather advisory from Madison, Delaware, Henry, and Randolph counties. That is from 1 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday for wind chills below 0. In fact, I'll tell you what those wind chills are supposed to be. Just give me 1 second here while I pull that up. Let's see here. For Madison, Delaware, and Randolph, looks like... Oh boy. I will say this. Let me just say this first of all. I have been covering the weather here in Ohio and Indiana for the past half of the 24 years of my life. I have not. I don't think I can remember a time when I've seen wind chills this low below 0. Wind chills across Madison, Delaware, Henry, and Randolph counties supposed to be as low as 21 below 0, okay? And that brings me to another point, okay? So with this system, with this snowstorm that's supposed to come through, there's also supposed to be an Arctic blast happen as well. An Arctic blast, for those of you that don't know what that means we get a big blast of cold air that knocks the air temperatures way down and the wind chills, in most cases, down to very much below 0, okay? So that's why we have that cold weather advisory across these counties. I wouldn't be surprised to see if we get that here in the Ohio counties and Fayette, Union, Wayne counties as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that issued as well. But that's what also could happen. That's also what's supposed to happen. That I can tell you could happen. Is an Arctic blast, okay? So in addition to the snow threat, we have an Arctic blast threat, okay? So keep it here to the Fast Track Storm Center for any new updates I may have for you guys. I will be watching the radar and watching information from the National Weather Service come in throughout the day today, and I'll let you know if there's any new changes, and possibly at some point this evening I will be doing a live. I will try to get around to that, and do a live update for you guys with any new information that I may have for you guys. All right. So, but for now,
at your front door.
That's my Echo speaker. But for now, you guys take care, stay safe, and keep it here to the Fast Track Storm Center for any new updates I may have for you guys. You guys have a great day. Stay safe out there. Bye for now.